Okay. All right. I think the live streaming is started already. So, yeah, start. Anthony, you have the floor.
Sorry, is it me?
Only Anthony.
All right.
He needs to introduce, yeah.
Yes. Okay. Good afternoon, everybody.
Good afternoon.
Okay. Yeah, thank you for the feedback. So, welcome to today's data science meetup for the month of October. And today we are going to be talking about AI for business, artificial intelligence for business. And what are we really talking about? We have actually seen that artificial intelligence can be applied to different things we are doing, and brands that we frequently interact with are really putting much investment in their AI structure to improve their organization's productivity and efficiency. And you will see companies like Google, IBM, Salesforce, Facebook are really investing in AI for most of the things they do, for automation purposes and every other thing. So even in healthcare, in sales, in HR operation, that technology can be used in a wide variety of use cases. Self-driving cars, Internet of Things, medical diagnostic, and many others. So there are countless business opportunities in the area of artificial intelligence, and there is really a need for study on how artificial intelligence can be integrated into business, and that is why we are basically here today. We just want to know the point of connection between artificial intelligence and business, how big companies, how businesses are making use of AI to actually drive more sales, to actually automate their processes and every other thing like that. So, and that's why we are here today. So joining us on this session, we are going to be having two presenters, and also this particular meeting is being live streamed directly to YouTube, and it is not just we that are on this call that are actually watching this or that are on this meeting. We have people that are not on this call that are actually on this meeting as well. So we have two speakers for today. We have Emmanuel Oluwaloni, and which is our first speaker. He's going to be opening up everything to us and telling us what we really need to know. And we have our second speaker, who is Samuel Ladipo. So those are the two people we have today. And we are, once again, we are on Bincom Data Science Meetup for the month of October, where we discuss things around data science, around Python and every other thing like that. So, and let me just introduce our speakers. Let me just introduce our speakers to us. So the first person we have is Emmanuel Oluwaloni. Emmanuel Oluwaloni he happens to be someone that is really fascinated about when we talk about artificial intelligence. He has really done so much work on AI, machine learning, especially in the area of business, and things like that. He has done things on business relating to artificial intelligence, machine learning, and is really fascinated about how you can actually train a machine, and that machine will start giving you predictions based on what you have trained this machine with. You understand? He's so much passionate about this particular mechanism. He's a data scientist, he's a full stack developer, and he loves to teach so well. He loves to teach, he loves to solve problems, he loves to think critically as well. And as I said earlier, he's so much fascinated about machine learning and like how on earth is it possible to teach machines to learn and mimic how humans think. So he has really worked also with big organizations. He volunteered as a peer mentor with Andela. He also has experience training model on Google Cloud platform. Also has experience working on multiple cloud platforms and hosting and managing websites. So Mr. Emmanuel, you're welcome to this month's session, and we are really glad to have you on a meeting on our meetup this month. So thank you very much. So
thank you so much. Thank
yes,
you for having me.
yeah, thank you. So we'll just have you make your presentation now, and you can just share your screen now and give us what you have for us. Thank you.
Okay, so I can share my screen right now, right?
Yes.
Okay, so can everyone see my screen?
Yes, we can.
Okay, can we see the screen?
Yes, I can see your screen.
So thank you very much, Bincom, for having me. I'm so grateful. So today we are going to be discussing about AI for business, and I know everybody knows what AI is. I guess we've been hearing about AI. So we're going to be discussing about that. And today, the agenda I have for you is we're going to be talking about what AI is really. What is AI and what is AI in business? Then we'll look at some of the applications where we can use AI. Then we'll talk about the advantages and yes, we'll talk about the challenges of AI. Okay, so before I start, I'm Oluwabeni Emmanuel. I'm a full stack developer and data scientist. I'm fascinated at what tech can do and problem it can solve. And it's so interesting. In fact, one beautiful thing about AI is the fact that we're training our computers to think more like human, to handle decisions more like human beings. So I am always fascinated about that. Okay, so let's quickly dive into the business of today. Okay, so what's AI? So AI is the ability to train your computer to carry out things that human will naturally do, but this time the computer will be the one doing it. So to think like a human, it will answer questions like a human, it will talk like a human, and make decisions like a human being. Understand? So that's what AI is. Just about teaching our computers to behave more like a human, to process information like a human being, to make decisions on its own and to do other things just like a human being. And what's AI in business? So AI in business is the use of intelligent computer software to perform human capabilities. Understand? And this will actually improve the productivity of the business. You know, that's the main aim. The main aim of every business is to make money, right? Is to make funds, to generate funds, and to solve problems. So here we're using AI to do that, using artificial intelligence to do that, and it's really cool. Yeah, it's really cool. So we'll look at some of the advantages and disadvantages. So here are about 6 areas whereby we can use AI, although there are more, but here is just 6. We can use AI in customer services, we can use it in business intelligence, agriculture. We can also use AI in targeted marketing and recommendation and natural language processing. So this is not the first time. I believe this is not the first time Bad about that. Okay, so I will be talking really on three applications, which is the customer service, the business intelligence, the and the natural language processing. And but I will pick a few things from other applications. Okay, so how can we use AI in customer care? So yes, I know all of us have heard of chatbots. You know, chatbots. We make use of chatbot to make other things. We make use of chatbot to order things. We make use of chatbot to even solve some problem. Instead of going to the bank, we get to make that problem solved. We can actually sit down right in our house and solve the problem in our house. And it's where AI comes into play. So I know we've seen chatbots more like computer chatting to us, like as if it's a human being. So, and the beautiful thing about the chatbot is that most companies are already using it, and it's actually allowing business to generate funds. So this time, instead of employing a lot of people to actually uh, do that, you can just use a chatbot to do all those things. That cost cut out cost, making the business to generate more money. So that's a huge application of AI in customer services. And an example of this is the Access Bank. Yeah, so this their picture by the left and MTN by the right. So you can see how they make use of uh, chatbots to carry out customer services. And our next application will be application in business intelligence. And this using artificial intelligence to actually get insight and information from our data. And this is actually important because by the time we know where we have been, what we've done, we know how to actually predict the future. We know how to spend, know how to spend or how to budget for the future. And the thing about AI in business intelligence is that we learn from the past. Learn from the past. Yeah, so we can, with our data, know the kind of products that is moving. With our data, we can know the kind of people that these products are for. With our data, we can study human behaviors and know how to predict with a very, very good accuracy um, whether this customer will actually buy the product or not. And that's what AI is used in the business world, in business intelligence. And we have tools that we use in business intelligence. And some of these tools are Power BI, we have the Tableau, we have the SaaS, and these are tools that we use to carry out business intelligence. I know some of us have heard of Power BI, the visualization tool that is made by Microsoft to carry out business intelligence. And this allows us to draw graphs, beautiful, beautiful graph, and whereby you can see and just know what's going on in business. So this is an example of an interface of the Power BI. As you can see the graph, as you can see by up there, units by country and sales size, you can see that sales moves more in United States. You can see sales then second by Canada and Australia. So with this information, I will know that okay, this is the country that gets this kind of products. You understand? Now, if you go in depth, you can now start looking at maybe Canada and Australia and try to know okay which product actually goes. How can we improve it? So this is a very big, huge advantage of AI in business intelligence. And by the time we make use of this, you see that the revenue of the business will rise. I also did a little project on my own, which is the customer segmentation, and this is the use of AI to separate customers, to separate the high value customers from the rest of the customers, so that we can perform what is called targeted marketing. You can find more information about this project on my GitHub page. You can see the link over there. So customer segmentation is all about separating customers into clusters so that we can know the kind of product that sells for them and the kind of product to actually advertise to them. So imagine I can separate the pregnant woman from maybe the nursing others. You know the kind of material to present to the pregnant woman that she will buy and kind of material to present to the nursing mother that she will buy. So this one way artificial intelligence has really helped businesses to make and generate more funds. Okay, so we have artificial intelligence and natural language processing, which is NLP, and this is exciting, guys, because here we are training our system to understand languages. So imagine you walk up to any bank or any ATM and instead of seeing English, you are seeing Yoruba. You understand? You know how comfortable you will be because uh, you know when someone can speak your language, you'll be comfortable transacting and making business with the person. So imagine a robot speaking your language. Won't that be exciting? So that's where we can use AI in natural language processing. And this the use of AI not only training our AI to speak our language, but also in understanding the kind of things that is moving. For instance, we use AI for sentiment analysis. And what sentiment analysis? So sentiment analysis is trying to get information or data about trend. For instance, on Twitter, just try to study okay what moves in the market. Uh, my product, uh, who who is talking bad about it, and why are they talking bad about it? What can I improve just by getting tweet details and working on them. So that's artificial intelligence in natural language processing. Hmm? So so yes, we can also see other application of AI. We can see it in agriculture where we can use AI to detect disease and pests so that we can actually control pests and diseases in our plants. We can use AI for personalized and targeted marketing, whereby we know that okay, this person is going to buy this product based on this data. And we can see also in recommendation. I know a lot of us have been on YouTube, and when we watch a particular video, you will see if you watch this, you can check out this. Or on Jumia, when you buy a particular product, you see them sending different what is called different adverts on the kind of product you buy based on the product you buy, and this actually helps boost the revenue of the business. So AI is used for recommendation and predicting analysis, for targeted marketing, and for agriculture. So here are some advantages of AI. And number one is automation of process. So you don't need a human being to be there to work. Yet the computer just does everything. So costing costs down for businesses and making generating more revenue for the business. And we can also use it for fraud detection. We can use it to better understand the customer experience. So as I've said, sentiment analysis, natural language processing, just by getting Twitter data, you can understand okay, why is this product good for this customer? What can be done for this product that will make it better, that will yield more revenue for the business? And we can see the advantages of AI. We have more, but these are just a few, and there are also challenges in AI. And one of our major challenges is data scarcity. You can't do AI without data, because data is like the fuel of AI. Data is like the fuel of AI. So without data, you can't actually perform AI or you can't actually do machine learning. So there's need for us to have enough data yet to do machine learning. Then there are times when our algorithm can be biased. Yeah, there are times when our algorithm can be biased, can predict and maybe it's failed. So that's one challenge, challenges of AI. Then there are limited computing capacity. So for instance, now there are some projects that I can't do on my system just because of the computer capability of the system. So I have to move it to the cloud. So I have to at least spend more just to carry out some computing tasks. And there's issue with data, sensitive data, and protection of our data. So that's the main challenges of AI. So thank you very much for having me. So I don't know if any of us have any questions open to answer, and you can. This is just a gentle reminder that you can reach me on any of these platforms, LinkedIn, Gmail, Emperor. So thank you very much for having me on today. So
All right, thank you, sir. Yeah, thank you for the beautiful presentation. As we can all see, that was concise. It was really concise, and we can see that Emmanuel is really loaded with some of this information. Like really, I was able to get so many things from the presentation. If we have any question, let's just drop those questions on the chat box. And we are going to be having the next speaker shortly. And before then, Mr. Tolu, are you there?
Yes, I'm here. I'm with you.
Okay, please play the video now.
Yeah, I'll show my screen. Please tell the speaker to stop sharing the screen.
okay.
Mr. Emmanuel, please help us with that. Emmanuel.
Don't worry, I'll find the way. I think you're able to see my screen like this.
All right.
Let's say there are 2 new emails in your inbox.
Hello, my name is Olayinka Isimoya. I am the Professional Services Lead at Bincom Dev Center. Bincom Dev Center is a multi-location tech training and development center in Nigeria, and our major objective at Bincom Dev Center is to produce over 1,000 quality tech individuals every year. These people are highly employable, globally attractive, and highly sought after in the tech ecosystem. You ask why, right? Yes, tech talents are in high demand in international communities such as US, the UK, Canada, and France. These countries have made policies and pathways to enable immigrations for tech talents. And guess what? Average salaries of software developers are as high as £35,000 per annum, and this is at the entry level. The opportunity for tech talents are endless, both locally and internationally. This means that the tech ecosystem is one of the highest employers of labor in Nigeria. Yet, many tech companies say that they are not able to find the right tech talents that they need. This is why we started the Bincom Global Tech Program. The program focuses on 3 major pillars, which are learn skills, gain experience, and gain exposure. The program spans between 1 to 2 years, and during this period, trainees are taken through an in-depth curriculum in their chosen tech tracks and also in development of soft skills required for them to become globally attractive in the tech ecosystem, both locally and internationally. This program helps trainees to learn tech skills, gain relevant tech experience, and also exposure to the endless possibilities and opportunities available in the tech ecosystem all over the world. Listen to some of the testimonials of our past trainees.
Yes, I had high hopes and expectations while joining Bincom Academy, and trust me, believe in me, yes, it was met beyond my expectations. I saw things I have never seen. I did things I thought I would not be able to do in the space of 1 to 3 years. I achieved so much.
Actually, my expectation was met. I think at Dev Center, Bincom my situation, I learned quite a lot of things. I learned web development, front-end development. I learned mobile development. Coming here, I was thinking I would I enrolled as a front-end a mobile app development team, but later on actually lead my hand on some project of front-end teams, lead my hand on front-end lives.
The program has various knowledge tracks that you can choose from. Some of the technical knowledge tracks include the data science track, which is starting with Python. We have the backend track starting with PHP, the front-end mobile app track starting with JavaScript, the DevOps infrastructure track. We have the UI UX graphics track, and also the software testing and quality assurance track. And apart from the technical and software programming knowledge tracks, we also have business knowledge tracks that are equally highly paid across the world. And some of them include the project, service, and product management track starting with Agile. We have the digital marketing, performance marketing track as well. That's interesting, right? Yes. This is a highly intensive program. You need to be able to commit at least 40 hours every week to the program. You can choose from our various shifts. We have the regular shift, which is the 40 hours weekly, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. on weekdays and 1 to 2 Saturdays a month. We have the night shift, the 40 hours weekly, which is 5 p.m. till late on weekdays and 1 to 2 Saturdays every month. We also have the majorly weekend shift, which is 40 hours weekly, 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. Saturdays and Sundays, and then 4 hours every other weekdays. We also have other flexible shifts based on your availability. Yes, all you need to start are a laptop device and a passion and a hunger for IT. But wait, it gets better. We have various financing options to help you cover the cost of the program. Though the program is not free, you do not need to have money to be able to apply and be admitted to this program. The total cost of the Bincom Global Tech program over the 1 to 2 years period is 1.2 million naira. And we have one of the financing options available is the income sharing agreement, which means that the company will sponsor you through the entire program and you only start paying when you start earning income after the program. This means that aside the skills, the experience, and the exposure, the company is also willing to invest their money on you. It doesn't get better than that. What are you waiting for? Hurry up to bincom.net/globaltech and register to launch your global tech career. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. So we are going to be moving on with the next speaker, which is Samuel Adipo. And please, can everyone confirm they can hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yes, I can.
All right. All right, thank you. So Samuel Adipo is one of our engineers in Bincom Dev Center. He's a Python developer. He's also a data science enthusiast. So he's going to be taking us on the second phase of the presentation on the topic artificial intelligence in business. And also, if we have any question at all, please let's get them ready. You can send them to the chat box, either for the first speaker or for the next speaker. Thank you. Samuel, let's have you now.
Okay. So let me share my screen. Is it sharing? Okay.
We can see your screen now. We can't hear you now. You are speaking, but we can't hear you. We cannot hear you.
Can you hear me now? Let me share it again.
Yes, we can.
Okay. I'm not so familiar with Zoom. Okay. I think you should be able to see it now.
Yes, sure.
Yeah, so good afternoon, everyone. My name is Ladipo Samuel, as I've been introduced. And continuing from what Mr. Emmanuel has said, I'm going to be reiterating on some points in artificial intelligence in business. We're going to be looking at AI in general, but we're going to be specifically looking at AI and its applications in business. So for our table of contents, we are looking at what AI is and why it is important, the applications of AI in general. Then we start to diversify into AI in business, the applications of AI in business, the benefits and the limitations. So, what exactly is AI and why is it important? So, artificial intelligence is the simulation of human intelligence, that is our own intelligence, processes by machines, especially computer systems, programmed to think like humans and mimic their actions. So the whole point of AI is to learn to be human. That is the whole point, to learn how human thinks, to learn how human behave, so that we can be able to make decisions, so that the machines can be able to make decisions. So it is a field that combines computer science and robust data sets to enable problem solving. So one thing that AI needs is data sets to be able to learn. So just like human beings actually need experiences to be able to learn, the artificial intelligence and machine learning also needs data sets. The data sets actually serve as their own experiences. Occurrence in the past, data sets. The data set can either be structured or unstructured. Structured like CSV and unstructured like pictures or videos. So why is AI important? Today, the amount of data that is generated by both humans and machines far outpaces humans' ability to absorb, interpret, and make complex decisions based on that data. So the whole point of data is to gather information. The whole point of the data sets that data scientists are always obsessed about and AI is obsessed about is to gather information to make decisions. Artificial intelligence forms the basis for all computer learning and is the future of all complex decision making. So when we gather the data sets that we are talking about, be it structured or unstructured, the main purpose of it is to gather information and make decisions, because there's no point if you cannot make decisions with it. These technologies are great assets to human beings and are programmed to reduce human effort as much as possible. They tend to possess the capability to work in an automated fashion. Therefore, manual intervention is the last thing that could be asked for or seen while operating parts associated with this technology. These machines tend to speed up your tasks and processes along with a guaranteed level of precision and accuracy, and therefore this is what makes them useful and important. So the um usefulness of AI, the usefulness of AI is to make our lives easy. AI is to make life easy and to make, because um AI can do what a human can do and do it more precisely and accurately, and it doesn't get tired. So it makes the life of human being easy. It reduces our workload. So AI is important in those aspects because there are some things that human being can do, because the point of AI is to mimic the human actions, but is to mimic the human actions. We cannot say it's going to take over totally, but it is going to help us to reduce the load because it's the human beings that are going to be controlling it at the end. So it's not to take over. It is going to be to reduce our workload at the end. So applications of AI. Almost all sectors of the economy are now making use of artificial intelligence one way or another. It's getting to a point where AI is now a requirement in our daily lives because we see it everywhere. We see it on our smartphones, we see it on our laptops, we see it on our social media. we get recommendations. That is the work of AI. It's some of the sectors that use AI include, but are not limited to, healthcare. You see that now we can easily know if a person has cancer or not due to some work that has been done by AI, whether the cancer is benign or active. So it is used in gaming and entertainment. When we're on YouTube and watch a music video, you get recommendations for other music videos that you might like. It is used in education. It is used in agriculture to grow better crops, to help harvest crops and stuff like that. It is used in robotics and it is used in data security. AI has greatly improved in these sectors and has made a lot of positive impacts that have benefited humanity in general. So AI in business. Now we've talked about AI in different sectors, but what exactly we are focusing on today is AI application in business. So artificial intelligence in business is simply the involvement or the use of computer software with human-like capabilities to boost revenue, improve customer experience, increase productivity and efficiency, and drive business growth business growth and transformation. So the whole point of AI in business is just to, like our previous speaker said, is to make money. All this English that is here is to make money and to reduce the amount of hands that are always working. So to reduce human effort. So with the increasing vast amount of data available today and the constantly evolving preference and complexity of customers, businesses can no longer rely on traditional business methods to drive growth. So right now, what businesses do to make decisions is to make data-driven decisions. They don't just make decisions randomly based on hunches or based on the spirit told me. They make decisions based on the data that they've collected. They analyze the data and see the trends that are in the data. So these radical changes have opened up new realm of possibilities with artificial intelligence. It drives business growth through actionable insights generated from customer data. So the applications of artificial intelligence in business are numerous, but we are going to be looking at just a few today. So applications of AI in business. AI in customer service. The replacement of humans with artificial intelligence in customer service is another controversial example, yes, because it causes people to lose job, let us not lie, but it also makes the work efficient. Is another controversial example of artificial intelligence in business. With the advent of chatbots, customers can now interact with companies in real time to resolve complaints, place orders, get information, and do almost anything that will require to have a conversation with a human customer care representative. So, like I said before, the purpose of AI is to make money. So when the workforce is reduced, we know it's also a disadvantage, but when the workforce is reduced, it gives the company more money. So it actually has a bad side, but this is a good side if you are looking at it from the business owner's perspective. So business intelligence. With the increasing amount of available business data, finding insights with sorry, adoption of artificial intelligence in business intelligence to obtain valuable insights from data. This help companies improve effectiveness of marketing, understanding customer better, perform segmentation to create personalized experience, and develop business strategies to aid corporate decision making and leverage artificial intelligence in business management. So one of the things that AI can do that humans cannot do is perform segmentation to create personalized experience. A salesperson cannot give personalized a personal feel to each of his customer regardless of how good the salesperson is. This is not the office, it's not a movie. So in the real world, you cannot actually know your customer intimately, but AI actually strives towards knowing the customer personally through their information that is available to through the data available to the artificial intelligence. So it knows the customers and is able to give personalized experiences to the customer. So personalized and targeted marketing. The key to growing a company revenue requires knowing the wants of a customer and knowing what to market to each customer. Like I said before, a salesperson cannot know the needs of a customer intimately because it is not possible. In our world of increasing digital engagement, customers have extremely limited time with too many companies trying to market their products to them. This accounts for the rising need to market only what attracts each customer and knowing who to market each of a company's product to. With data obtained from the online activities of the customer, companies now use AI to predict and target who to market a particular product to in order to increase the chances of sales and effectiveness of marketing activities and still same time reducing at the same time reducing the overall marketing cost. So for a cheaper rates, AI is relatively cheap if you compare to getting a human to do the personalized and targeted marketing. So you see things like recommendation systems in Netflix, in Spotify. When I first started using my phone, I've been wondering how do they know that I would like this song? That is the job of AI. On YouTube, I watch a lot of videos on YouTube. You look for a tutorial, you see similar tutorials. So that is the job of AI. It tends to keep customers engaged in a particular platform. It gives the customer an idea that maybe the company actually cares about them. Might not be so, but that is what AI, that's the feeling that AI gives. So product recommendation and predictive analytics, sorry. To increase the effectiveness of marketing efforts and engagement of the customer with a company's products, companies need to be able to recommend products that will retain the interest of their customers and satisfy the desires of the customer. Companies like Netflix, Spotify, Amazon, like I said, they now use AI to understand the habits and behaviors of customers and predict exactly what product to recommend. So that is those are the applications of AI in business. So benefits of AI in business. There are benefits as there are limitations also. The benefits a business stands to gain from the use of artificial intelligence are actually a lot. I can't think of all of them, but the few that I could think of are automation of processes. There's some processes that won't need a human being to be clicking all the time. If it is not so sensitive of a process, we can hand over to artificial intelligence. There's some processes that cannot be handed over to artificial intelligence because, uh, for example, launching of missiles over to artificial intelligence because it can easily be corrupted. But processes that are not sensitive can be automated through artificial intelligence. More positive results for marketing activities and increased revenue. So AI causes us to see positive results because if there if you don't get positive results, you can take it back to the basics before bringing it to production. You run your analysis again, you write your machine learning model, you see what exactly the problem is, and you reiterate your process. So it brings positive results for marketing activities and increased revenue. Better understanding of customers and improved experience of services offered. Like I said before, when I go on YouTube and I see a video that's similar to what I was looking for, I tend to watch that video. So it actually helps to retain a customer. So fraud detection, AI is also used in banking sectors to detect credit card fraud. So one of the major uses in the banking and finance sector that is also part of business is fraud detection for AI and improved and more reliable customer service. Yeah, like I said, AI produces and it gives that type of intimate understanding of the customer. Yeah, so limitations of AI in business. The limitations of AI are what I mentioned, similar to what Mr. Emmanuel has mentioned, but they're actually the limitations that we know of as of now. So the application of artificial intelligence in business is constantly increasing. However, this growth is threatened by some critical factors that limit the use of AI technologies in business. These factors include data scarcity, because the data is not always readily available. We have to go and search for it. New businesses that don't have the data yet might not be able to apply artificial intelligence to their business. So you have to have the data before you can make meaningful insight. Because if a company is starting today, how do you want to be able to explain the trend except there is a competing company and you can get the data of the company, and data is not easily gotten that way. A company like Amazon will not release their I'm sorry, like Netflix will not release their data to a company like Prime Videos. So it won't happen. Samsung will not release their data to Apple. So the data is actually scarce. People tend to hold it most of the time. It's not cheap to get. So even with the abundance of data available to companies today, the adoption of artificial intelligence in some respects remains challenging. For machine learning, which powers most of the applications of artificial intelligence in business to work, large amount of data are required to train the model. And not only is the scarcity of data the problem. Also, when the data is not much, because it needs a lot of data, lots and lots of data to be able to train effectively, or you won't get accurate results at the end. So we need the data, but we need it in, how do I put it? We need it in excess so that we can run our we can train our models multiple times to be sure of our results. Computing capability. So new upcoming businesses might not be able to afford systems and computing capabilities to handle AI data. So there are some specific systems that will not be able to handle data. Um, you can't say you are using a 4 gig RAM or 2 gig RAM to run a machine learning model on a open CV project, or to do object detection in a video. It's going to be difficult because you're going to have a lot of challenges going through. So depending on the type of data needed, the computing capability actually varies. So we can have structured and unstructured. Like I said, the unstructured data are actually the ones that are more difficult to handle, that you need a large computing capability, because when you are dealing with a lot of pictures, when you are dealing with a lot of videos, when you are dealing with a lot of text, now the text might not take a lot of, but the 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 means the products that you use to handle the data actually require a lot of computing powers. So algorithm bias. So recently, Microsoft and Amazon suspended the sale of their AI face recognition software to law enforcement agencies, because that's in the US, because of the ethnic and racial gender bias, ethnic, racial, and gender bias of the software. So it tends to mismatch people because of their race, because of their gender. You might say a black person is a criminal, stuff like that. So this illustrates major challenges for artificial intelligence. The big fact that the algorithm can function when trained on biased data. In the future, such biases properly and will be properly addressed by AI systems. But for now, it poses a major threat to the adoption of AI in some areas of application. So threats to data security and privacy. Since AI involves the collection of sensitive information of people, like people who watch, people who have accounts with Google, who watch YouTube, people who have accounts with Spotify, who watch, uh, who listen to music, those information are actually sensitive private information. So if it gets into the wrong hand, it might be actually dangerous. So since AI involves the collection of sensitive information of people, the privacy of those people can be violated if the system is corrupted or hacked. So In conclusion, we are just scratching the surface of artificial intelligence, and its possibilities can only exponentially increase. So companies that don't want to miss out, because everybody is interested in hiring a data scientist, everybody is interested in, that's why it's one of the booming jobs in today's economy. So companies that do not want to miss out on revolutionary future of business must actually embrace the use of artificial intelligence as a guiding light. So thank you very much.
All right. Thank you very much for that wonderful presentation. We so much appreciate your effort and nice presentation, nice illustrations, and nice the way you presented everything. Actually, we have really given a detailed explanation to some of those concepts. Thank you. So I don't know if we have anyone that has questions, but for me, I have some questions here, and these questions can actually be answered by any of the speaker. Mr. Emmanuel, are you still with us?
Yes.
All right. Please, there is a noise coming from the background. I think it's from Samuel.
Sorry, there's a mouse beside my house. I apologize.
All right, no problem. So both of the speakers have actually spoken about the limitation of artificial intelligence in business, and it really I really felt some concern on that aspect, and the aspect which even Ladipo Samuel had to like make more emphasis on the fact that new businesses will really find it difficult to leverage on artificial intelligence when it comes to applying it to their business. So my question is this: is it that new business can really not make use of artificial intelligence when it comes to their business? Because as that's been pointed out, it will be difficult for them to get data. And do you think if they can get data from, let's say, other source, just like you mentioned, do you think that behavior, or maybe if they are getting customer behavior or something, or sentiment or anything like that, do you think it can be applicable to their own customer base? Do you think getting data from different sources for their business would make sense, or small business cannot really leverage on artificial intelligence? So that's my question. I have another question here, and we have really talked about the benefits, and well, that is good. So my second question is, this, can we really rely on this artificial intelligence to make our business decisions? And there is a reason why I am saying this, and the reason is that it talks about algorithm bias and things like that. And if we are applying it to a new business domain, whereby such predictions have not been, there are not much studies on that aspect of the business. Let's say somebody that has just come to, maybe you have an herb seller now, maybe a big herb seller, something like that, local business like that. And you now want to, maybe they are now getting big and every other thing, and you now want to like leverage on artificial intelligence. So some of those business or some of those customer behavior might be different. And can we really rely on artificial intelligence to help us out for those kind of business? And perhaps artificial intelligence fail, and we are really relied on artificial intelligence to help us solve such problems. What do we think is the consequence of the failure of artificial intelligence? Thank you. Any speaker can actually answer the question.
What's the first question again? The stuff was cracking and up. The first question, can you just give me so that I can?
All right, let me come again with the first question. First question is about the fact that artificial intelligence cannot really be applied to small businesses because of the fact that they might not be able to get the required data that might be used, as said by one of the speakers. Data is the fuel for artificial intelligence or any algorithm you might want to make use of. Can we just write off artificial intelligence for small business, or
no?
Let's say we are trying to get data from a different source. Do you think the customer base of that different source will be applicable to that particular business domain we are trying to apply it to, or we should just write off AI for small businesses?
Okay, that question was very long though. So in some cases, my own opinion though, you don't necessarily have to write it off, but in some cases you do. Let's say in the case of natural language processing, where you create chatbots. I use the examples that I gave, Access Bank and MTN chatbots. So it is not the same type of data that they are going to require. Well, it is obviously text that are going to require to create the chatbots. It is the frequently asked questions that they are going to put into the system so that the artificial intelligence can process and be able to answer those questions when people ask. But it is not the same type of question that are going to ask Access Bank chatbot that are going to ask MTN chatbot. It's not even the same question that are going to ask MTN chatbot that are going to ask Airtel chatbot. So the different companies actually need to find a way of getting their own data to satisfy their own specific customer. So the question that the customer will ask Spectranet, my Spectranet modem is not working. You cannot go to MTN chatbot and ask my Spectranet modem is not working. So that company will need its own data set and the answer, so they can train the model to be able to ask the questions in the way the customer might ask it. So for other businesses, you mentioned small businesses like maybe somebody selling egg and is planning to grow. Those that are selling eggs and are planning to grow will have their own documentations. So they will have their previous data. Obviously, they'll be keeping records of their sales. They'll be keeping record of the people that are buying the most. They'll be keeping record of where people are buying the most. So if they want to be able to grow, not necessarily all small businesses actually need AI, but if they want to grow to be able to make a better predictions to know when to sell and when they sell best, they will have kept their records, they will have kept the receipts, so they can now put it through the computer and start working on training the model to predict the to not necessarily training the model, but they can actually analyze when, because not every time we need a machine learning model. You can analyze when exactly they sell most, which customer is high priority customer. So everybody needs their own different data sets. They need their different data to be able to function properly. Because if everybody is stealing data from another person, you are going to be giving services for the other company. You are going to be tailoring your services in a way that the other company will tailor their service, and you might fail when you do that. So thank you.
All right, thank you. Mr. Emmanuel, would you like to answer?
And this is just, I believe, yes, small companies or small businesses can start using AI. As small as even your mom's markets, you can start knowing the kind of records, keeping records of goods that are sold or the ones.
You are really not audible.
Hello?
You are not too audible.
Okay. Can you hear me now?
Yes, yes.
Hello?
I can
Can
hear
you
you.
hear me now? Okay, so
Yes.
I was saying AI is meant for everyone. AI is for everyone, both small and big companies. And I said for small companies, there's nothing bad as you knowing the kind of, for instance, let's say a small shop. There's nothing bad as keeping record and data of goods that are sold that day and goods goods that are bought, that are restocked, and goods that are sold that day, because it helps you keep track of the product that moves. You get. So by the time you know the product that moves at a certain day, at a certain time, or at a certain season, then you will know what to get when that season comes. For instance, you can't buy there's Hamatan or there's heat season. You can't. There are some goods, there are some product that you just know you can buy. Another good example is this project that I worked on, market basket analysis, whereby there's a shop that gathered data of people that buy things in the market. So if someone buy, let's say, someone buy bread, it's more likely for the person to buy butter. Okay, so they made this analysis and they discovered that when men come to the supermarket, they bought beer. You know, actually their intention was to buy a diaper, but when they come to buy the diaper, you see them buying beer. So what the company did was they moved the beer section to the last, to the last
Wow.
part of the market, so that by the time they pick up diaper, they will have to walk to the beer, and by the time they are walking to the beer, they are seeing other products. Before you know, we had one or two things.
Wow.
And you see, that's where you can use AI for. Another reason, for the second question, you say AI. There are times when AI predicts wrong, and my belief is this: any data you give to the AI must be authentic, must be quality, because if you give an AI or a computer bad data, then you make terrible prediction, you get terrible results. So for me, it's based on the kind of data you give the system. So you have to give your system quality data that are real and are useful, data that are authentic. Get. So that's one thing about data integrity. And another thing I want to say is, yes, anybody can start AI. So that's, at least we've heard of data engineering. So anytime there's a team of artificial intelligence engineer, you will see the data scientists, data analysis. Then there's something called data engineers. So the data engineers are in charge of how these data are gotten, get the integrity of the data, they are in charge of the integrity of the data. Hello?
Yeah, I can hear you.
We can hear you, but yeah, we can hear you. But please let's hurry up. We'll soon. We need to be
Okay,
around the
so
minutes in the right minutes. Thank you.
so I was talking about data engineers. So that's where data engineers come into play in any business. So that's provision. That's another provision, a job provision for them. So those people who serve as data engineers can collect this data and make sure this data is authentic and data has a very good high data integrity. So that's all I have to say.
Thank you very much. That is really concise answer to those questions. You are really broken down everything. And thank you for joining us on this session of our meetup for this month. Thank you very much. So, Mr. Tolu, please share the slide now. Are you with us?
I'm with you. Just give me a minute. I need to just open it. Sorry, I just need to get that. Please, have I ever sent that slide to you?
You have not sent it to me.
Sorry.
You have not sent it to me.
Oh, can't access the file right now. So, but everything that will be said in the slide has already been sent in that video that was played before. Sorry, I wasn't able to play the slides. Sorry about that. But what was said in the slide is just talking about our services that are being rendered at Bincom Dev Center. We have the Bincom Global Tech, we have the Bincom Tech Network, we have the Bincom Academy, we have the Bincom Apprenticeship, and the Bincom Internship also. Well, so anyone you're interested in, you can visit www.bincom.com to know more about the services that we offer in Bincom Dev Center. And also the Bincom, as we've heard before, the Bincom Global Tech program is a 1 to 2 year program that holds for 1 to 2 years and is priced at 1.2 million. And if you're interested, you can learn our paid later as some among the many perks of participating in the Global Tech program. That being said, thank you to the speakers for speaking today. You guys have been really impactful and passed enough knowledge. Thank you, Mr. Oluwanuni. Thank you, Mr. Samuel. We hope to see more of you around. Thank you to everyone that's available. And to the host of today, thank you for having us. Thank you.
All right, Mr. Manuel, thank you for having us. Samuel.
So we have come.
Thank you.
Yeah, so we've come to the end of today's community event. So let's do Friday again.
Yes, sir.
See you same time, same day. Thanks.
All right, thank you.